The enslaved man who saved America from a pandemic. They said he was just a slave, but history tells a different story. Because while America was still chaining black people, one enslaved African named Onesimus was out here, saving lives. Let's rewind to the early 1700s. Boston was being torn apart by smallpox. People were dying left, right, and center. No cure, no vaccine, just fear. Then Onesimus, an enslaved man owned by a Puritan minister named Cotton Mather, tells his so-called master something wild.
He says, "In my country we have a way to stop this."
And he explains inoculation, how Africans would take a small amount of the disease from someone who survived and place it into the skin of a healthy person. Painful? Yes. But deadly? No. Because that tiny exposure would teach the body how to fight back. Now think about this. Centuries before Europe figured out vaccines, Africans already had the science. But of course, when Mather shared Onesimus's knowledge with white doctors, they called it dangerous. They said, how could a slave know anything about medicine? Sound familiar? But guess what? The people who trusted Onesimus's method lived, and those who didn't make it. That's how African knowledge saved colonial America. That's how an enslaved man changed the course of medical history. So let me ask you, how many times has black brilliance been stolen, renamed, or erased? How many Onesimus stories never got told? Because the truth is, the roots of science, medicine, and healing, they all trace back to us. If this story opened your eyes, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe. Because this is what they didn't teach us in school. And tell me in the comments, why do you think it was easier for them to use our knowledge than to give us credit for it?